video is just a partial preview of a dungeon adventure map that I plan on starting. Right here is where players will probably spawn, and this is the entrance. The name of the maps is, the working title is Dungeon Crawler, but I might change that later on. These signs are just basically here to say they enter at your own risk. Entering will begin the game. Walk forward to enter. That's just basically there to tell people just to walk forward to begin it, go in, and these are for anyone who's watching this that doesn't know the mechanics of Minecraft, which is, where this game is being made. These are pressure plates. Basically, when you walk forward, and these are iron doors. With wooden doors, you can open them with your player's hand, but iron doors, you need a button and a pressure plate to open them with. So when the player walks forward, it will open the doors and then shut. Now, these two pressure plates won't be here in the final version of the game because these are just here so I can get back out and I don't have to walk around the structure to be able to get back out if I need to do something on this side of the map. So when I'm done, I'm like basically, let me show you, just in case you're curious of how this kind of stuff works. Like, so to get rid of these, you can't go. The doors won't open, and that's the only way to open the doors. So I'm just gonna put these back. So see. And yeah. And of course, we got the signs here. You were warned. There's no turning back. That just basically tells the player you can't go back outside. This is the beginning of the game. Everything starts now. And this is the starting point. This is basically where the player will learn the rules of the game. And if you're not familiar with Minecraft, you can set the difficulty level from peaceful, easy, medium, and hard. Basically, I want the minimum difficulty of players playing this dungeon to set it to easy. Because on peaceful, there aren't any monsters, and there will be monsters in this dungeon. And here, read rulebook in rule chest before entering. This is just basically to say you gotta read the rules before you go in, because the iron doors, you can't go back because this will turn into a wall that you can't get past. And like the iron doors for now, I have pressure plates here. So if I gotta go back, I can. But in the final game, players can't go back. Like, this is just gonna be a solid wall they can't go past. It just basically encourages players to realize not all the points in the game you can go backward. So do what you gotta do now, or you're kind of screwed. And this is where, since the latest update, you can now use an item called Book and Quill, and it lets you write a book. I'll show you real quick. Let's see here. Don't worry about the background noise. This is important. Alright, so you right click, and it lets you open a book that you can write in. See, page 1 of 1, and right here, just page 2 of 2. Basically, it lets you. This is where I'm going to write the rule book, so I don't have multiple. But you can do this. There was a way to mod maps to be able to be text files, but sorry, that's a train. There was a way to modify maps in the game to be text files instead of the map, but I like the books better because unless you knew how to mod the maps, you would have to make text files outside of the game, which would require you to tab out of the game, and I didn't like that. So, you, like, when you're done with the book, you can turn it into a book. Let me show you real quick. When you sign a book, you give it a title, and then that book can't be edited any longer. Like, you can't re-edit a book that's been finished. I won't sign this now because I don't want to make a book. Yeah, see, note when you sign the book, it will no longer be editable. Which is good because that's, you don't want people to edit your rule books. And this is another new thing to Minecraft. It's called the Ender Chest, and what the cool thing about this is whenever you add an item to this chest, that item will appear in chests like other Ender chests. Like if I were to put this torch into the chest, I don't have another Ender chest to show you this, but if you put this torch in the chest and then you close it and then you go off to another part of the map, that torch will appear in all the other Ender chests, which is great because people used to have to make sort of Minecraft contraptions to send to create save point chests, which allowed players to save their items so that if they die they didn't lose everything. But yeah, so there will be save point rooms. Some of them will be obvious, and some of them, like the save points will be, some will be obvious and some will be hidden. So if you can find it, you can have like a specific place you can start at again. Like some section, like the start points won't be that close together, except for maybe like a secret save point and certain point like in between. But yeah. So alright, so basically when you start the game you can get armor, and you start off with leather armor, and you can see there's gold too, but I think gold armor is the same like strength as leather armor. I have to double check, but I just put the gold armor in here just really for decoration, and like you could use it, but if you're smart enough and you're familiar with the game, the leather armor is better to have than the gold armor, because the gold armor isn't really metallic. It's like, I guess it has the same consistency as wood or something like that. So you're better off with the leather armor. And as you progress through the dungeon, you get stronger armor and weapons. These aren't real books that you can write in. These are just decorative books. I just put them in the corners just to fill in space. But when you start the game, you get a wooden sword, or you can have a gold sword, which is the same strength as the wooden sword, but it's gold. So if you want a pimp sword, you want to be that guy, you can have the gold sword. And there's also bows and arrows. So you can, if you prefer to fight melee, you have your swords. Excuse me. That was a train. Anyway, if you prefer to fight melee style, you have swords. Or if you prefer to fight monsters from far away, you have bows and arrows. And for those who aren't familiar, I keep saying this, for those who aren't familiar with Minecraft, weapons have a durability, and wooden and gold swords break very easily. Will break faster than a stone sword or an iron sword. Like for now I have the wooden swords, but I might replace them with stone swords just so people aren't worrying about like, oh no, I have a crappy wooden sword. I don't know, I put the wooden sword there because it reminds me of the swords from Legend of Zelda. Plus it's the same strength as a gold sword. But I don't know, I might make them stone swords later on. so players aren't freaking out. Like, so yeah. Anyway, um, with bow and arrow, just shoot bow and arrows. So at the beginning of the game, you pick up a set of armor, a weapon. I guess you could have both a sword and a bow and arrow, but you would be switching between them. I don't know, I'm on the honor system here. Like, if you're gonna have more than one set of armor and, like, I don't know, play fair. And food and helpful items. So, if you're playing with, like, a group of people, you could be the guy that holds the cake, which basically when you lay it down, you can't pick it back up, but it has at least 6 slices. So, yeah. So, these are food items you could use for, like healing. Like if you eat an apple, it heals you. Torches, to light your way, or, use on certain spots. Cookies, bread. And then I have healing potions, like potion of regeneration, splash potion of healing. So if your friend is low on health, you can, throw the potion. The splash potions you throw at people, and these you use on yourself. So if your friend is, low on health, you heal them. And this is to use really on monsters, potion of weakness, which will weaken whoever you throw it at for like, a minute and 7 seconds. So, you have like a bit, like if you're the long range person, you could have these. So, that's basically the starter room. And once you go past this point is the beginning of the dungeon, and as you can see, I just started it. So, yeah. So it's basically going to be a maze of sorts, like a maze dungeon. And, yeah.
Why are you talking?
I'm recording something. Alright, so, okay, this is definitely not going to be something a lot of people are going to listen to. So, yeah, and here we have a secret hidden chest with gold ingots in it, and in the game, it's going to say it in the rulebook, but in the game, these are going to be your scoring system. So at the end of the game, you add up how many of these you have on your person, and that will be your score. And you can enter it on forums and stuff and say, I got this score in this game. Some chests like this one will be hidden. Some will be obvious. It's just basically it encourages players to explore and look around for the least obvious things. And yeah. So, and I might. Okay, so this is the back end. Like, I guess if you walk, like, I don't know if I'm going to cover everything with dirt or anything, but like, this is just how it's going to look out. This is how it looks outside, but my hope is that they don't try to explore too far ahead. And that's basically it. Alrighty. So that was the starter point of working title Dungeon Crawler. My name is Megs Hardy. If you found this video, I hope you already know that. My Twitter is Megs Hardy, at Megs Hardy, and it'll be in the description. That's it. Alright, bye.